Hello friends and students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Shivakumar, working as a assistant professor in Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice, Manoramaniam Sundararayan University, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. My module focusing rehabilitation and reintegration of offenders. Definitions: punishment intended to reform a convict so that she can lead a productive life free from crime. Significance of this module: while rehabilitation may be the most human and progressive form of punishment, it is also the most difficult to achieve and has waned in popularity since the 1970s. Although rehabilitation is often considered a type of punishment for criminal offenders, its objectives are therapeutic rather than punitive. While some theories of punishment claim that criminals deserve to suffer for their crimes, the rehabilitative ideal views criminal behavior more like a disease that should be treated with scientific methods available to cure the consider. Many convicts suffer from mental and physical illness, drug addiction, and limited opportunities for economic success, and these problems increase the livelihood that they will engage in criminal activity. If we simply incarcerate the convict while she or he pays her debt to society, she or he will likely re-enter it with all of the obstacles that drove her to crime still in place. She will also need to contend with additional difficulties. A criminal record will impact her employment opportunities. She or he will be able to older and still without marketable skills or education. Her social relationship may have deteriorated while she was in jail, and she may have become further acclimated to criminal culture. Thus, incarcerating offenders could actually make them more likely to commit offences after they are released, and recidivism rates attest to this. A rehabilitative approach would attempt to treat the underlying cause of her transgressions so that he can return to society to become a full and productive citizen. In other words, instead of exacting revenge against criminals and making their life worse, rehabilitation tries to help them. Early American prisons, such as those at Auburn, Ossing, and Pittsburgh during the 1820s, implemented rehabilitative principles. These early programs isolated convicts in order to remove them from the temptations that had driven them to crime and to provide each inmate with time to listen to her conscience and reflect on her deeds. This belief that all convicts would return to their inherently good natures when removed from the corrupting influences of society gave way to more aggressive forms of treatment, informed by the rise of social scientific studies into criminal behavior. Research in psychology, criminology, and sociology provided reforms with a deeper understanding of deviance and sharper tool with which to treat it. Rehabilitation became a science of re-educating the criminal with the values, attitudes, and skills necessary to live lawfully. Rehabilitation thus takes many forms in practice, including psychological analysis, drug and alcohol treatment, high school equivalency and other educational programs, vocational training, relationship counseling, anger management therapy, religious study, and any other service required to meet the need of particular offenders. What is reintegration? In the criminal justice system, reintegration refers to the processes of re-entry into society by persons that have been in prison or incarcerated. Reintegration includes the reinstatement of freedoms not previously had by individuals as a result of being in prison. These processes may occur gradually, as in the case of paroled inmates. Inmates finishing their sentences is halfway houses or serving the final part of their sentence on home confinement and gradually granted freedoms. Alternatively, reintegration may occur immediately, as in the case of sentence expiration. In sentence expiration, a person has served the entirety of his of her maximum sentence behind bars, and the correctional system can no longer legally detain the prison. It's important to remember that prison is essentially a society within a society, meaning that while in prison there are completely different social guidelines and culture norms. As a result, returning to the outside world is not a simple task, because a person must reacquaint themselves with how to live on the outside in society again, without all of their decision being made for them. So it's not uncommon for persons coming out of prison to want to return to the life they had before prison as a way of adapt to these changes. However, that lifestyle got them sent to prison in the first place. Hence, the reintegration process is not a simple one. It involves substantial conscious lifestyle changes that are complicated and difficult. The process of reintegration. A conceptual model with expiration release freedoms are fully restored when a person returns home from prison. This means that they are no longer in custody of a department of corrections, nor are they under the supervision of a governmental entity. They do not have to worry about strict parole guidelines or notifying an officer if they wish to leave the state. However, this individual will still have the mark of a criminal record. As a result, basic rights of the citizenship, such as the right to vote, hold public office, adopt a child, or be eligible for certain types of public grants, subsidies and funding are largely limited and restored selectively based on the state and federal regulations in the relation to the crime committed. In addition, a felony conviction bars an individual and anyone they reside with forms being eligible for sentencing. 8th, federally subsidized housing and SNAP benefits. These are benefits which are received by a large percentage of families of the incarcerated. Hence, many individuals coming out of prison have substantial difficulty securing a place to live. What is social reintegration? Social reintegration is often understood as the support given to offenders during their re-entry into society following imprisonment. A broader definition, however, encompasses a number of interventions undertaken following an arrest to divert offenders away from the criminal justice system to an alternative measure, including a restorative justice process or suitable treatment. It includes imposing community-based sanctions rather than imprisonment in an attempt to facilitate the social reintegration of offenders within the community, rather than subjecting them to the marginalizing and harmful effects of imprisonment. For those who are sentenced to imprisonment, It includes correctional programs in prison and aftercare interventions, that is United Nations Office on Drug and Crime 2006. In recent years, the post-release community-based components of these interventions has been variously referred to as aftercare, transitional care, re-entry or re-entry support, the reintegration or resettlement. Some of post-release interventions may begin while the offender is still incarcerated with the intent of facilitating post-release adjustment. In Kannada, the expression offenders reintegration generally refer to re-entry or resettlement. In this review, these terms interchangeably to designate interventions, programs and services designed to assist prisoners to live law-abiding lives in the community following their release. However, the reader is cautioned against using the term reintegration too literally, as it should be obvious that in many instances the offenders were not, prior to their incarceration, successfully integrated into the community, were typically marginalized and often had failed to acquire the attitudes and behaviors that result in most people functioning productively in society. In recent years, more emphasis has been placed on designing comprehensive interventions based on a continuity of care to provide consistent assistance to offenders within and beyond prison. There is a recognition that preparation for reintegration should commence before the offender's release. After their release, intervention should support their immediate transition from the prison to the community and reinforce the gains achieved through in prison treatment and continue until a successful reintegration is completed. This approach is often referred to as through care, a system-wide mode of interventions. All interventions, regardless of their method, are best delivered as part of an integrated program designed to address an individual offender's specific issues and challenges. And renewed attention has been given to strength-based approaches to make use of personal and community assets in order to help released offenders face their challenges and successfully reintegrate the community. Consideration in developing successful reintegration programs, interventions designed to address the dynamic risk factors of offenders have a higher chance of successful if there is adherence to the principle of effective correlation treatment, effective of correctional treatment, as set out by Andrews and Bonta, 1998. For offenders re-entry programs, it is become clear that successful interventions are those which focus on a specific target group of offenders and their specific challenges. Really are sound methods for assessing the needs and risk factors of offenders. Hold the offenders accountable and responsible for their own choices and their actions. Being while the offender is in confinement into the correctional institution and continue throughout the offender's transition to and stabilization in the community, that means through care, strike a balance between surveillance and control on the one hand and support and assistance on the other, offer assistance in an integrated and comprehensive manner and address the many interrelated challenges faced by the offenders. That is the wrap around interventions offered as a coordinated effort of all the agencies involved and supported by strong agency cooperations, supported by partnership and integracy cooperation and information protocols, clear definition of respective roles and responsibilities, and a clear articulation of the servings, and a clear articulation of the services to be provided and the relevant time framers are supposed by sound case management practices and adequate information management systems reflecting the public safety priorities of the community in which they are developed. Engage the community in both the planning and the delivery of the interventions and factors strong community ownership. Have a robust evaluation component that allow the program to evolve, self-improve and remain accountable to the community for crime reduction results. Thank you.